Good morning, friends. Today we are going to start the next point of the topic rotational dynamics. The point is angular momentum. Friends, what is meaning of angular momentum? Angular momentum can be defined as the product of radius vector and the linear momentum. In vector format, vector L is equals to vector R plus cross vector P. So angular momentum is denoted with the symbol capital L. So L is equals to R cross P. Or there is another formula for angular momentum. L is equals to I omega, where L equals to angular momentum, I is equals to moment of inertia, omega is equals to angular velocity. So L is equals to I omega. The SI unit of angular momentum is kilogram meter square per second. The SI unit of angular momentum is kilogram meter square per second. Is CGS unit is gram centimeter square per second, and its dimensions are 1 in mass, 2 in length, and minus 1 in time. Okay, so this is about angular momentum. What is angular momentum? Angular momentum can be defined as the product of radius vector to the linear momentum, or another formula we can say L is equals to I omega. So angular momentum can be defined as the product of moment of inertia and angular velocity. Its SI unit is kilogram meter square per second, its CGS unit is gram centimeter square per second, and its dimensions are 1 in mass, 2 in length, and minus 1 in time. Now, the next part of this topic is the equation for angular momentum. Equation for angular momentum. So let us consider the rigid body. This is the axis of rotation, having the masses m1, m2 up to the mn at a distance r1, r2, rn. All the particles are rotating with constant angular velocity omega. Okay, so we have derived the equation for angular momentum. So friends, remember in your textbook the diagram is not given, so you have to draw the diagram. They have already drawn the diagram and the reference is given in your textbook. So friends, so here remember we have to draw the diagram. Now we have to write the explanation. Let us consider m1, m2 dash dash dash, mn with the n number of particles placed at a distance r1, r2 dash 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 up to the rn. The linear momentum of first particle is, linear momentum is denoted with the symbol P. So linear momentum is the product of mass into velocity. So m1 v1. The linear momentum of first particle is multiply by v1. But v1 is equals to r omega. So we can write p1 is equals to m1. In the place of v1 we can write r1 into omega. So this is the equation number 1. So the linear momentum of first particle p1 is equal to m1 v1, but v1 is equals to r1 omega. So p1 is equal to m1 r1 omega. Now our aim is to find the equation for angular momentum. So vector L is equals to vector r cross vector p. So this is a, in terms of the vector quantity we can write this as a, now I remove the vector. So when we are removing the vector, you can write directly L1 is equals to P1 into R1. So what is the value of P1? M1 R1 omega. So L1 is equals to M1 R1 omega multiplied by R1. So L1 is equals to M1 R1 square omega. So this is the angular momentum of first particle. Similarly, L2 is equals to m2 r2 square omega up to the Ln is equals to mn rn square omega. Now the total angular momentum L is equals to L1 plus L2 plus dash plus Ln. Substitute the value m1 r1 square omega plus m2 r2 square omega plus dash plus mn rn square omega. Now m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square dash plus mn rn square into omega. And as we have studied that the m1 r1 square, m2 r2 square up to the mn rn square, that is nothing but the summation of mi ri square. I is equals to 1 to n into omega. So this is nothing but the moment of inertia. So L is equals to I omega. So this is the equation for angular momentum of the particle. Again, I am going to explain this part. This question will be asked for 2 or 3 marks. Obtain an equation for angular momentum of a particle. So let us consider m1, m2 dash mn, the n number of particles placed at a distance r1, r2 dash up to the rn. All these particles are revolving with a fixed axis with constant angular velocity omega. The linear momentum of first particle is p1. So p1 is equals to m1 to v1. But what is p1? r1 omega. So p1 is equals to m1 r1 omega. Equation number 1. Now we want the equation for angular momentum. So angular momentum of first particle L1 is equals to vector r1 cross vector p. So if we are writing in terms of the magnitude, so L1 is equals to p1 r1. So L1 is equals to m1 r1 omega into r1. You can write from equation 1 we have substituted the value of p1. So what is the equation? L1 is equals to, you can observe r1 multiplied by r1 square into omega. So similarly L2 is equals to m2 r2 square omega dash Ln is equals to mn rn square omega. Now the total angular momentum is the addition of L1, L2 up to the Ln, and if we substitute we are getting m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square dash up to the mn rn square to omega. Now if we add the bracket, we are getting summation of mi ri square. I is equals to 1 to n into omega. So L is equals to I omega. This bracket is nothing but the I of the moment of inertia. So finally, we have got the equation for angular momentum as L is equals to I omega, where I is the moment of inertia and omega is the angular velocity. Okay, now the next part which we are going to see is the equation for torque acting on a particle. Equation for torque acting on a particle. Friends, for that also we should draw the same diagram, and here in the place of omega we write the alpha. So these are the changes. Now we are going to write the equation for torque acting on a particle. So the diagram for this equation is also same. One small change is there. In the place of omega, we have written the alpha. Now we have written the explanation. We just consider m1, m2, dash 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 mn with the n number of particles are placed at a distance r1, r2, dash 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 rn from the axis of rotation, and all these particles are evolving with constant angular acceleration alpha. Now we have to write that the force acting on first particle is F1. Therefore, F1 is equals to M1 into A1. The force acting on the first particle is F1. So F1 is equals to M1 into A1, where M1 is a mass and A1 is a linear acceleration. But A1 is equals to R1 into alpha. So we have to substitute the value of A1. So F1 is equals to M1 R1 alpha, equation number 1. Okay. Again I am going to explain this part. The force acting on the first particle is F1. Therefore, F1 is equal to M1 into A1. But what is the value of A1? But A1 is equal to R1 alpha. So F1 is equal to M1 place the value of A1 R1 alpha. What we are going to determine? We are going to determine the equation for torque acting on the particle. So what is the formula for the torque? Torque is nothing but force multiplied by the perpendicular distance. So torque is equals to force multiplied by perpendicular distance. Okay, so we have to write in the similar manner the torque acting on the first particle. Torque acting on the first particle. So torque 1 is equals to F1 into R1. So what is the value of F1 from equation number 1? M1 R1 alpha. So torque 1 M1 R1 alpha to R1. We can write from equation 1. Now similarly, torque acting on second particle, here we can do the multiplication first. Torque 1 is equal to M1 R1 square alpha. Torque 2 M2 R2 square alpha. Torque N Mn Rn square alpha. So torque acting on the first particle, second particle up to the nth particle. Now total torque tau is equal to tau 1 plus tau 2 up to the tau n. So substitute the value. We are getting M1 R1 square alpha plus M2 R2 square alpha Mn Rn square alpha. Now what we have to do? We have to take alpha as a common. So this step I am going to write here. So you can observe that torque is equal to M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square plus Mn Rn square into the bracket alpha, and this term is nothing but torque is equals to summation of mi ri square. I is equals to 1 to n into alpha. So this is nothing but the moment of inertia. So torque is equals to I alpha. This is our final equation. Okay, so I am going to explain this part once again. This is the total mathematical parts. So the equation begins from here. The force acting on the first particle is F1. F1 is equals to M1 A1. But what is value of A1? A1 is equals to R1 alpha. So F1 is equals to M1 R1 alpha, equation number 1. Now we have to determine the equation for the torque acting on the particle. So what is the formula for torque? Torque is equals to force multiplied by the perpendicular distance. So torque acting on the first particle is a τ1. So we have to pronounce this as τ1 is equals to F1 multiplied by R1. So from equation 1, τ1 is equals to M1 R1 alpha into R1. So M1 R1 square alpha. Similarly, τ2 is equals to M2 R2 square alpha up to the τn Mn R1 square alpha. So torque is equals to torque 1 plus torque 2 dash 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 up to the torque n. So M1 R1 square alpha plus M2 R2 square alpha dash 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 up to the Mn Rn square alpha. Now take alpha as a common. So M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square dash 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 Mn Rn square into alpha. So this bracket is nothing but the summation of I is equals to 1 to n. This is the value of moment of inertia. Therefore torque is equals to R alpha. This is the final equation. So friends, today we have seen the two important equations from this topic. First, the equation for angular momentum, and that is L is equals to I omega, and second equation torque is equals to I alpha. I hope you have understood this equation. Thank you. Have a nice day.